Good evening. Hello, welcome everybody to this week's episode of FAE News Network. Thank you all for joining us out there in the probably very hot human land. If it's hot here, it's probably hot everywhere else. Since it seems like it's always cold here and hot everywhere else, I assume if it's hot here, it's hotter everywhere else. I don't know. I could be wrong about that though. So tonight I am here. I'm your host, Fairy Princess Lolly, and I am here with Gunther Hammerhands and Count Morbid, and Famous Dana, and Ion the Leprechaun is sort of here. he's there, except for that he is currently sitting where I normally sit because we've been having the problem of internet gremlins, and that location has trouble connecting to yon interwebs. So I took over his spot, and he took over my old spot. And how come I can't see anybody's names? What's everybody's names? Also, please hit the like and subscribe button.
I was going to say, I signed in like normal.
I know, so did I. And hello, Holly, I see you out there.
I signed it differently.
104. I don't see it. I'm going to see if I can change that somehow. Maybe there's a...
You want to change her temperature from 104?
With like showing comments and various things.
There it is.
Shiny candy like button. Yes.
Shiny candy like button. Yes. So I took Ion's spot, and Ion is sitting in my spot, having trouble getting my regular spot to work. But we didn't want to deal with the breakdown in the middle of stream issue. On the bright side, though.
Wait, Dana, Famous Dana and I should change places now.
I think actually you guys can do that. Let's see. Let's see now. Nope. There we go.
Yes. No, I had a brief moment of going, if only I had a chef hat somewhere nearby, I could have. But again, well, as I keep mentioning, I still believe that if Famous Dana ever joins the Unseelie Court, that it will be Infamous Dana.
Infamous Dana.
Yes.
That is her alter ego.
Yeah. As she takes a drink from a giant bottle of whiskey.
She did not. Did she really?
What is going on?
I saw nothing. I don't know. I don't even have water over here today. I mean, I saw her take a drink, but I guess I wasn't looking that closely. So, well, our new hardware arrived. So hopefully by tomorrow. Whoa, I don't know what just happened. Goodbye, Gunther. We love you.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, count everybody but Count Morbid. So, because he only loves himself. He's the most beautiful. It's very, hey, but it has to have a pretty cup.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Oh,
No,
you went to go get water. That's sweet.
So one of the good things about sitting here, though, is that I am a very fast typer on regular keypad. So now I can actually type to people a little bit. Well, there he is. Hooray. Gunther is having net issues. Oh, I'm so sorry. But we got new hardware, so hopefully tomorrow and the next day that problem can actually be fully fixed. I'm excited. Yes. So and we had oh man, thank you so much. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I'll fix it once we get the stuff up to
it is.
And here I go.
Yep, there you
Money
go.
off the show.
On my own, going down the only road I've ever known. So when he comes back, it's his happy birthday, and we're going to all sing him happy birthday. Got it?
Didn't I do that just several years ago? I feel like I already did that several years ago.
I did that once. Do I have to do it again? I don't even know. What's happening right now?
The bandwidth is too much. I can't stay on them because of all the other things.
Keep trying. He, too, is having problems. Gosh, this is a rough day. This problem has only been getting worse, but hopefully it will be getting better. So I I'm going to jump into some of the cool news. I'm so dusty. Everything's so dusty over here. Anyway, some of the cool news for this week, actually, I was planning to kind of hoping to talk about that with more of them here because they're part of it. But it's really weird to not have everybody here. I mean, Music Box Fairy is off moving things around, and Gunther's
What
having
else do you
trouble.
need?
What else what do you, other than you?
Ooh.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, clearly.
You know, it's weird how you feel about yourself the way Gaston feels about Belle, right? You're like you're the most beautiful one in town, so obviously you deserve yourself.
Well, I was going to say, I'm unlike him. I'm not, saying that anyone else, I mean, basically no one else deserves me but me. Like I'm not going where I'm unwanted because
you.
I was going to say the only natural progression for that sentence was I want me.
I mean, how does that even work? Can you marry yourself like
hand fast?
Yes, yourself. But if you do this, then it opens up your diaphragm and you can even sing at your own wedding.
I was gonna say if you hand fast yourself too often, you can go blind.
Oh my gosh. That is not okay.
Cue Ion. Okay.
Cue Ion. Yes, well, Ion finally managed to make it in, but we have no idea how long that will last. So, that's a thing, I guess.
Can everybody hear me? That's the question.
Yes.
Cat Morbid's just choosing not to.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to anybody.
There was some using of turning it off and on again with mallets, but we'll see how it goes.
So, one of the things that everybody's been following along with, I guess, is our quest to find Dreamhaven. And, uh-oh, I'm afraid to click this button.
Shiny candy-like button.
Look at him. He is surly. Okay, well, it's your birthday this weekend, Gunther. And
I swear I had one of those a couple years ago.
I've decided that we should all sing you happy birthday. I think he left on purpose. I don't think I think he was like, uh-oh, and then went away. Now I'm very upset.
I don't know. He seemed very upset too.
He did not look happy. That is very true. I think he's only managed to get, 2 words out for the show so far today. So that's terrible. Well, so when last we left off on our Dreamhaven quest, we were submitting mounds and mounds, piles, mountains of paperwork to our human intermediary called a mortgage broker. And that person then had to go and do some things and came back and told us that they needed more paperwork because I guess that just, it's just not enough to have a couple pieces. They've got to have like all of it. They have to make sure a tree or two dies in the process of getting the paperwork.
Is there any trees left for the rest of us?
Well, I was going to say you have to use up as many trees as fit on the property that you want.
Ooh.
Well, so
maybe a mortgage broker is hoarding like a dragon paperwork.
Yeah.
Ooh,
just laying on piles and piles of it.
I think what you need is a mortgage breaker.
I think the mortgage broker is there to break your will. That's what I think their purpose is.
Unless, of course, they're watching this broadcast, in which case they're wonderful people and we love them.
Well, at least we like that one.
Yeah.
So I mean, I suppose that's the thing. Yes. So when last we left off, we had bunches of stuff that we had to turn in, and we did that, and then they had to go do something on their end, and they had to wait for there to be a response to get back with information on Ion's video game score. He likes to play a video game called Credit, and he's trying to get a new high score. So we were waiting to see whether or not he actually has a high score high enough and in order for the thing to happen. In the meantime, we have managed to successfully make sure that we have all of the human funds necessary for a down payment on the thing, and we're as ready, I think, as we can be to go on our end. And so that is exciting for us, but now we're just still in the holding, waiting pattern. I contacted them today because we thought we were going to hear back yesterday, but we didn't. And when I contacted them today, they said that they were still waiting the mortgage broker. They said, whose name is Sunny. And I'm not sure. I feel like that is a trick name, right? It's there to deceive you into thinking that this will be a bright and happy process.
We have all our ducks. We're just not sure they're in a row.
I mean, look, I'm just
Is
talking
Sunny
about it,
happy
and
ducks?
basically, talking about this is sucking the life out of Morbid. I mean, I didn't actually know there was any more life in Count Morbid, but because he's really old, you guys have no idea. So that's where that's at. But I don't know. We're still fingers crossed and moving forward and doing the thing. So with that said, though, I wanted to show everybody, because I didn't really get to do this last time. I need to move this way out of my way. Too many tabs are open.
Too many tabs.
I know, I have way too many tabs over here. So I wanted to show you guys. Okay. This is our cool pin. If anybody should like to help support us in our endeavor, or if you really just want a memento for the Fairy Blossom Festival that we will miss this year, then I've got the thing for you. Here we go. It slices, it dices, all with the little beak on its plague mask beaker beaker nose. So I put these up, and if you're actually one of our patronage on Patreon, you will, at the $7 level or more, you'll already get one of these. It will be coming to you here probably within the next week. The cool little Plague Doctor masks, and I have put these into the store at different values. So the value that you start getting them as 10, we have it at 20, we have it at 50, we have it at 100. And if you are looking for a way to have a little memento of our sad dead festival this year that just didn't make it through the plague, almost made it, but not quite, you will get this, and then the rest of all of those funds will go towards the benefit of Dreamhaven proper. Wait, oh, I see Gunther down there again. Okay, do we get to do the thing? Happy birthday to you, Gunther. It's your birthday this weekend.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, we're singing you happy birthday. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You live in a zoo.
You look like a
Monkey.
You smell like one
one.
too.
You look
Don't
like
put that thing at us.
That was almost as bad as Count Morbid's last year.
May the candles on your cake burn like cities in your wake. It's your birthday.
I was trying to have the bass on the birthday dirge. I don't know if I succeeded though.
Wow.
I think that this little guy is running out of juice. But if you are interested in getting one of the Plague Doctor mask pins, here's the link. I will put it for you guys into the comments. And actually, it should also be in the low bar as well. So I don't know what? That's a pirate. That's a pirate nutcracker.
No.
No, it's not a pirate nutcracker.
Maybe.
Your face is a nutcracker.
I mean,
he's not denying it.
We knew that.
So, yes, I think I was asking how you guys were doing this week. I don't know. I'm so tired right now, you guys. It's unbelievable.
what even is a week?
I'm not even sure anymore. Time is
Fleeting.
slipping. Oh, there's another line that comes after that. No, I don't know it.
What, time is fleeting?
Yes. It's
Madness
from Rocky.
takes its toll.
Madness takes its toll. There you go. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Listen closely. Not for very much longer. I've got to take control.
Yes. Magenta. Ooh, that gave me goosebumps. Oh, Gunther, I guess that the next time you go do Rocky Horror Picture Show, you'll have to play the part of Magenta.
That was
I think it's
actually
funny we're putting
not
so many song
Magenta.
lyrics when the music.
That was Riff Raff.
I suddenly want to be
where the people are.
An airborne ranger.
no, Tim Curry's character, Frankenfurter. I wonder if you could cross up Frankenfurter with Paris Hilton's character from Genco, the Repo, the Genetic Opera. I wonder if you could cross those two together and come up with a Halloween costume mashup.
He is a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania, and she just is all messed up with plastic surgery.
If I was going to be Frankenfurter, would I have to do the David Bowie Goblin King business where, you stuff?
Yes. You would need a Frankenfurter cart piece. That's right.
I'm not even sure how I feel about that. How did I even get on this conversation? This is what happens when I don't get enough sleep.
No, you spontaneously start singing random songs all the time. You don't need not sleep for that.
I didn't even start this song. Count Morbid started it. Yes, you.
Okay, I can't argue, honestly.
I'm innocent. I mean, not of a lot of things.
I was going to say of this one particular point.
Of many things in life, I am innocent. So, alas, because of all of the busy for the last week that we have had, sadly, we do not have a vendor to interview tonight. Everything has been so crazy with. Is it just me, or is there a beeping that's happening somewhere?
Is there the beeping?
You know what? Even if there was a beeping, all of you guys would probably tell me it's just me, because that's how you guys are.
Well, no. I did have somebody comment asking me if there was like a 1950s robot in the background. I didn't know what they were talking about. Because I don't hear it.
I don't know. I don't see a 1950s robot in anyone's background.
Well, I think they were talking about beep boops. They were hearing beep boops.
I don't know. Well,
Danger, Will Robinson. Report to the Jupiter 2.
So the good news here, though, is that we do have the drawing for last week, and we do have a vendor for next week. I somehow didn't get this week in there, so all of the things are crazy again. But I do have, and on this interocitor, the wheel spinner goes so fast. And this week's drawing was from the Cedar Wardrobe, and it was for the bodice with the coin pouch that would be made in your size.
Which is a ridiculously generous and amazing.
Yes, it is.
I would look fantastic in that.
You would.
You might actually. I mean, who knows? I'm going to put the Cedar Wardrobe. Their information is actually in the low bar, but I'm also going to put a link to it here. Whoops, I ruined everything. I always ruin everything. Not so. Let's see. I'm going to put it here in the comments for everybody. I would really encourage everybody to go give them a like, if for no other reason, because they have been super awesome to our show, and we would love to thank them with mutual support.
Indeed.
Let's see. So I'm. What?
Oh, I was
Lots of
agreeing with
thumbs
you.
ups and likes and stuff.
Let's say.
Yes. Okay. So it is. I will pull up the wheel just as soon as I find it. Hello, wheel. I know I have you
Break-
here. What?
Was it break a deal, spin the wheel?
Spin.
Spin,
I don't know. What
spin.
is that from?
Beyond Thunderdome, dear.
Oh, it Beyond
Mad
Thunderdome.
Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, break a deal, spin the wheel. And then what happened when they spun the wheel?
He got put out
There were
on a
different- there were
tree out in
different
the middle of
options
the
on the
desert.
wheel.
Were they all terrible options? Were they options for how to die?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, I think yes. I think they were it was a punishment wheel.
Wow.
That's how you end up backwards on a horse wearing a giant bobblehead.
Did the horse have a name? Okay, that was a bad joke, I guess.
But they did get out of a white room with black curtains, so.
What? I don't get that joke. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it.
It's all right.
The Lolly Kilrain story.
All right, here we go. This is to determine who will win the
We'll-
handmade bodice. Look, you don't even have time to say.
We didn't have time to sing the song.
I know, it goes so fast over here, right? So, Christina Carr-Hunger, congratulations. You are the winner of the bodice. And if you're not out there watching at this very second, I can't wait for you to find out, because I know that you will love this and it will probably brighten up your day immensely. So, thank you for
I
being one of our
blinked and it
patrons.
did its thing. What?
Yep, it goes so fast over here, like done.
Okay.
Okay, so well, congratulations. Look, that took less than a minute for that to happen. All of that. It's now 8:01. I think I spun it at 8 and now it's 8:01. So that's
Wow.
great.
usually that's like
Congratulations,
15 minutes
though.
of the show, isn't it?
Right?
Gee.
Okay.
So anyway,
I know, right? It's hot here today. Oh my goodness. I mean, as soon as I put clothes on, I was roasting. I'm joking.
I had to go watch the land dragon today.
That actually sounds
that's
sort
an
of
entirely
fun.
different show. Yeah.
It was a lot of work.
Did you do all by yourself?
Yeah.
Because
Well, no, I had an automatic spray wash station place that I fed coins to it, and it let me spray water.
Well, we were just looking the other day at some picture of drinking out of a water hose. Like, you get a drink from the water hose. And then we were discussing about how nothing in the world tastes like water hose water in the summer. And
It's the ringworm.
that's what the Baroness said. The thing I was getting at, though, is that when you said you had to wash the land dragon, I suddenly had this mashup of a bunch of different things. Washing the land dragon, drinking from the water hose, and then that scene from Zoolander at the gas station, right? Where they're just... right. So
See, here I thought you were going to UHF and getting the drink from the hose.
What
But
was
it was
that?
a fire hydrant.
So I'm going to say an idea with the understanding that I think it's a terrible idea, and I will never ever participate in this, which is a fairy car wash fundraiser.
Fairy
Which
car
I will
wash.
absolutely, for real.
at the car wash.
I'll be out there in my bathing suit and wings.
I'm not even sure I own a swimming suit, to be perfectly honest. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've gone swimming anywhere.
Not even if I ever got the 1920s Victorian old timey bathing suit of my dreams.
With bloomers? I can see you in bloomers. Black
Men's.
bloomers.
Tidy whiteys.
I don't know what to say to that other than that I feel like I know what to get you for Christmas. Oh yes, this is Count Morbid's Yuletide present. I'll have it delivered by Krampus. It'll be great.
As long as it's not previously worn by Krampus, we'll probably be okay.
For as long as it's gross. He's a
hand-me-down.
a hand-me-down. I mean, that could be a thing,
I was
right?
gonna say somewhere. Where did I put my Krampus stocking?
You have a Krampus stocking? That sounds cool.
Of course, they have a Krampus stocking.
Of course, he has a Krampus stocking.
I have a book called Good Night Krampus. That is what it's called, right? It is. Maybe I should read it when Yuletide comes around this year. Krampusnacht. I want to hear some gothy, dark, heavy Krampusnacht music. I think it would be awesome, right?
It would be.
I know that
I don't know yet.
the
I'm not.
the courtesan
that
and the
disturbed-
cabin boy did a Krampusnacht song. Let's see. Wait, it says Kris Kringle. But I can't. Whoa, is it a book?
It's Krampus. It's hard to read, but it's Kris and Krampus Kringle, where it's basically about little Kris Kringle wishes for a baby brother, and he gets like a hideous uncouth thing. for a little
Demon.
brother. Yeah.
That's actually pretty funny. I like that.
By
Forked
By-
tongue.
yeah, I was gonna say. I think. Yeah. Well, yes. I know in the book it's like hair in weird places on the
suppose
face.
I suppose that's better than spooned tongue.
That is a really weird visual image. I think though that nothing is probably so weird as that. If I can pull it up, that hilarious comic that I showed you the other morning. Oh man, let me see if I can find that. Who sent that? The one with the centaur and Medusa.
Yeah.
That was a great one. I thought I had posted that into the
What's
FAE
up,
Hollow.
what's that there?
Well, I don't share them very often because I guess I don't see them very often. So somebody sent me this one and it was hilarious and so wrong all at the same time.
And now she can't find it.
Nope, I found it.
Okay.
I'm just getting it to a tab that I can open it in. This one, let's see. So that I can share with all of you. There it is. Can you see it?
I can't unsee it. That's for sure.
Oh no!
I saw this and then for some reason I also had visions of that actually being that should be Daniel Radcliffe as their child with all the horse heads.
What?
Daniel Radcliffe, he starred in Equus, the horsey Broadway show where he like
No,
rode a horse
no.
naked or something.
Oh no! Equus by Peter Schaefer, you infidel.
But Daniel Radcliffe was in that.
Yes, it's a delightful play.
I don't even
With-
know what it's about.
with
He
horse
just
murder.
rode a horse naked, and then suddenly, like I saw this, and I was like, their child should be Daniel Radcliffe in this cartoon.
There's a little more going on in that play.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess based on the face that you have made, I'm not sure that we should get the fully detailed play review.
By the way, that also
No
reminds
synopsis.
me. Another thing I saw floating around the web was if the Minotaur and a mermaid had a baby, because the Minotaur, upper half
Ye-
are basically a bowl,
Yes.
but like if a Minotaur and a mermaid had a child, and it was just the top half of a person and the bottom half of a person.
Yeah. And I look like a regular person.
Yes, like if a mermaid
Like,
and a Minotaur
how
had a kid,
disappointing.
it just turned out looking like a person.
And somehow that's disappointing.
I mean, they're siblings of bull shark, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's like
bull
if
shark.
if a dwarf and a giant had a child and it was just a normal looking person.
It's kind of
I
funny,
would
yeah.
hope the mom would be the giant. I honestly.
I'm pretty sure though that that's not actually how genes work. I could be wrong.
We're going to get into the genetic discussion of minotaurs and mermaids, are we?
Oh, I guess that was the direction that I was about to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my super field of expertise, but I'm pretty sure I'm magic. Yes, they just throw some stuff in, shake it up, and see how it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the part of the show where Fairy Princess Lolly sucks all mystery and magic out of a conversation.
What if it just follows the rules of the Muppet Christmas Carol, where interspecies relationships produce offspring of only of the same gender as
one or the other?
species?
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Mind you, I thought it would have been funny if like they've been primarily one or the other, but you had things like green pigs.
Green
poor
kids.
Charmy.
you know,
All
All
the boys were frogs, and all the girls were pigs. Yeah.
Gender dysmorphia? No, but I think it'd be great. That's how you get green ham.
Green eggs and ham.
you know, so I didn't have to be part of this conversation. I come back and the conversation's still going.
I really want to see that as a mashup book, Green Eggs and Ham, but Kermit and when was it decided that Kermit and Miss Piggy were some kind of an item? Like, did they?
It's all because
I don't know that there was ever a time
Frank
when they was.
and Jim
at least as far
Henson
as her pursuing him.
have that kind of relationship.
You guys quit talking at exactly the same time, please.
Oh no, it'll happen 3 or 4 more
Yeah,
times.
Dana, we should stop talking at the exact same time.
Not you and Dana, you and Ion.
What do you think, Ion?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we should definitely stop doing that. Yes.
Totally stop talking at the same
Yeah,
time.
definitely stop talking at the same time.
Definitely at
I
the same
hate
time.
you
No
guys.
more.
Yes, the same
should
exact,
definitely-
No.
it's really
exact
confusing
same
for us.
time, because that would be
I think
perfect.
we really
And it
lose a lot of
suddenly gets
viewers.
quiet, and
if we
nobody
start
wants to
talking
hear
at
the
same
sudden
time like
quiet.
that. Yeah, I think that would be obnoxious.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we're gonna keep that up.
Yeah, good buddy.
Good talk.
Good talk.
The fact that poor Gunther has found the inside of his palm.
So I have Sam I Am on my shelf, and
That does
I'm
not mean we need to read it right now.
I want a book called Son of Sam I Am.
son. That's terrible.
Oh, actually, speaking of which, I think one of my books accidentally ended up with you, which was the Dr. Seuss Call of Cthulhu. I think that ended up in the the last time we had a fair in the distant past. It was in the story bag, I think, at Canterbury or something.
It's in your. It would be in your storytelling bag if we had it.
Well,
I was gonna say I don't know why it would necessarily be next to your.
Because she takes things from her storytelling bag and puts them next to her all the time.
I mean, I may have been doing something with it. Who knows? I
It's
may have been trying
intense
to make
reading.
sure that it was gonna stay safe and not get lost. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I do things that are nice for you, Count Morbid.
I remember seeing that
You
one.
Deny it
go
all you
out
like.
and talk to people.
Yes, that's right. I drag you. I drag you by your big toe. Sorry, what were you saying, Famous Dana?
I was saying I remember seeing that one at Canterbury last.
The Call of Cthulhu one?
Yeah, I'm looking at all the little pitties. I don't need to see Frank's pitties.
Whoa, you don't need to see what?
His metacarpals.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's not what I. Whatever. My brain is fried. My brain is fried. It is very hard some days to be the princess. Okay, I just want you guys to know that.
Yeah.
Thank you for your sympathy. I'm glad. Wow, what would I do without you guys? So I don't know. I'm just so nervous, and I'm I'm excited and I'm worried and a whole bunch of things and they're going on and they've been going on for over a week now. And
Like 3.
I'm very,
Like 3
I'm very,
weeks.
I'm very terrible at waiting. I'm very terrible at waiting
No.
and not knowing and all of the things.
So
And
impatient.
Gather round, children, for the story of the very impatient princess.
oh my gosh, I really thought I was going to be like, oh, give me a link, Count Morbid, and I'll put it up on the screen. But no, you were actually talking about me. You were actually not even talking about me. You were making fun of me.
It's the same thing.
That's because he's talking.
Yeah, Ion is also talking.
Oh, man. Oh, you guys.
Okay, hold on. Was that very impatient princess or fairy impatient princess?
I mean, it's not any different either way you go with it, if you ask her.
The fairy
You'll have to
impatient,
wait
very
to find
Princess
out.
Lolly.
You have to wait to find out which it is.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of a story that I wanted to write once about a little boy that came into the fairy glen at Two Rivers Medieval Fair, and he
But
was
she got too impatient to finish it.
What
That's
does the
not-
interrupting cow say?
no, he was in such a bad mood, and he wouldn't talk to anybody. And so I just started asking him what was wrong with him and making guesses that were ridiculous
Wrong.
guesses. And eventually he started to laugh because the things that I was asking him if they were wrong with him were silly. And so he started to laugh. And as it turns out, he was just, I think it was that he was just tired and had to take a nap. And so I went.
That sounds like 90% of my problems.
I know, and it's funny because the book was going to be titled "The Angriest Troll," because he was a little troll. So,
I can see how that's a thing. It's common.
oh man, I think we need to start labeling your pants. These are the angry pants. These are the happy pants. These are the dancing pants.
Yeah?
Might
No,
be a
These
good
are
idea.
the brown pants.
These are the brown pants. These are the red pants. No,
I
no.
find myself not wearing pants.
I'm actually wearing pants today.
As opposed to,
Not
A
wearing pants?
utility kilt.
I mean, you could have been like as opposed to a skirt or as opposed to yesterday, but no, you had to go with I'm not wearing any pants.
Well, usually
No.
her name says famous Dana the Pantless.
I
She doesn't
actually
look
had
like
to
that.
leave the
That
domicile
would be infamous,
today.
Dana.
Infamous Dana the Pantless.
Better than, the brown pants.
I don't know why you always have to lower the conversation, and by you I mean everyone else.
Do you want me to speak with a higher voice instead?
Oh no.
Okay. You said lower the conversation.
No.
How low can you go?
Pretty low.
You're so low they have to raise you 6 feet to bury you.
This room.
Ooh. That sounds like a short joke.
You're a short joke.
Let's see. You're so low you could play handball on the curb.
But then I call it football.
That is disgusting. Don't do that, Gunther. Trolls love presents. Hey, you got a present today. You should show it. Show off your present.
Which one? I got two.
He's present.
Hang on. I get
Well,
it.
then show both of them off. Okay, I'm
So,
going to embiggen you.
Ivy,
Here, I'm going to embiggen you. There you go. You're embiggened.
so my dear friend Ivy, who does quite a bit around here, believe it or not. She actually was trying her hand at wood burning and made this.
Ooh.
And what's on it?
That is the symbol of Ulfgard, and that's a leaf, or that's a leaf. and that's a rose, and that's a spider thing, or that's a spider thing, and I have no idea what all that other stuff is, but it's pretty. So
It is. It looks amazing. Spiral, some weird eyeball things,
more
more
spirals.
spiral.
Yes, it got here, Ivy. It did. It got here earlier today, and then I got my cameras aren't big enough to show this, but you'll see it at some point. There's a cloak that she had made for me.
Now, if only you had a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, right. Let's
A
see.
wheelbarrow.
And this,
That was funny.
Go before I call the brute squad.
Yes.
But he
This
is the
is
Brute
actually-
Squad.
Oh wait. He is the brute squad.
You missed
That's
the line
right.
in the middle.
Beat it or I'll call the brute squad. I'm on the brute
I am the
squad.
Brute Squad.
You are the brute squad.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, wait. Show the trim again. You have to hold it up and hold it
So-
still.
This is the trim that she put on it, and it's actually all hand stitched on. She did that all by hand.
Ooh.
Is it dragons? It looks like
It-
dragons.
Yes, it is dragons.
It's cool. Man, that's
know,
cool
the-
looking trim.
The Poppy, no
Totally better than
known as the
cushions.
Duchess, has also been working on a cloak.
I got I mean, I'm gonna put it on, do the thing, and send her pictures because she probably want that. And I was working on a
I think you should
Well,
wear it on the weekend for. I think you should wear it on the weekend for when we go to the bonfire for your birthday bonfire.
I gotta burn things down on my birthday.
This is like a birthday wicker man.
And yes, Lolly got her present too, the scarf thingy. Yes, I got
Yes.
that for her too.
Although I had about 2 seconds to look at it because I didn't even discover it until I was literally in the process of preparing. So I got to look at it and put it down and then continue preparing. So thank you though for that bonus gift. I do appreciate it. So it looked beautiful. It actually looked like a Japanese artwork print scarf. So I hope I got that right. From the quick glance that I got. So hey you guys. You know, our vendor of the week sells top hats, right?
We don't have a vendor of the week.
You mean
no,
bottom
no, no.
hat?
One of our handmade home shopping vendors.
As opposed to bottom hats.
Yes, I'm wearing what was apparently not actually my birthday present.
Well, that's true.
Again, I legit thought that was in fact that when a wrapped box in shiny paper showed up right before my birthday. With what one might consider gifts in it, I oddly thought those were birthday presents.
I mean, it's a legitimate
It's
thing to
presents.
think. I just
Are you upset that you got presents that weren't birthday presents, just regular presents before your birthday?
Yes.
They
Well,
were
no,
not birthday
I mean, again, at the tiny risk of, well, large risk of embarrassing Lolly, but tiny risk of me caring. Lolly apologized for forgetting my birthday, and I was like, "What do you mean? You sent me gifts?"
So,
She was bad. She felt
Amy.
bad that she'd forgotten my birthday, and I'm like, "You're one of the few people who sent me presents."
But those weren't your birthday presents.
They were wrapped. There was shiny red paper.
I always wrap things when I send them to you. That's
there's a joy that she's pretty sure there's a joy of you tearing things
I mean, it's one
apart.
of those things of take the win.
I mean, but I didn't even realize that when you were telling me that there was actually a win to be taken there, so I missed that cue.
To be fair, Morbid, to be fair, I was the one that ran into the room and told her to wish you a happy birthday because it was your birthday.
Yeah. See, Gunther cares.
No, it's
That's
not that.
correct.
It's not just that.
Well,
it's
Gunther
that she
pays
forgets
attention.
what day it
Gunther
is.
pays attention.
Like, she would care if she knew what day it was. That's what it is. She just forgets the date a lot. She would randomly look at me, what day is it? I go, come on, you got a calendar, man.
I'm pretty sure at this point in time we're actually making up days because all of the days just blend together here while everyone's in quarantine. So we just start
if
making
this
stuff
isn't really
up.
Wednesday, can I sign this off since I'm not supposed to be here?
It's Woden's Day.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that's a good idea. What if we just started referring to every day of the month as its own day, but as it would be called in some other culture, right? So you could just...
Tomorrow is Thursday. Just saying.
See? And next week...
and then the day after Thursday, we can name after the god Freya or something.
Freya, Frig.
And
You
then the day
know
after
those
that could
days
be
are
like
already named
some
after
Roman
those
god.
things, right?
So you get to Saturday.
Yes, they do. That's their joke. They're being ridiculous. Yes, that's right. You're being ridiculous. No, so can I show you guys the hat that I really like from this? I'm gonna show you anyway. You just be quiet. I'm showing you anyway because I really like this hat, and when I'm done showing you, I was gonna give a cornucopia update for everybody, but I guess maybe nobody wants to hear it, so I don't know. Makes me feel bad. I'm so sorry.
It depends on the hat.
What?
You were gonna show us that.
This is the hat. I love this hat so much. With like its little beaker on it, and it's just the cutest. And it should be mine. And look at the back. How it has... Isn't that cool?
That is kind of cool.
So
It's green.
how come it won't make... This one got big. How come this one won't get big?
If I had a nickel.
Oh my god. Nope. There we go. Yeah, I wish it would get bigger though. Yeah, look, it's like the spilling off the top right there. Bloop, 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 bloop. So cool. I want this hat. I love this hat. There you can see it. What is this thing down here? I don't even know.
Pull the lever, Kronk!
What is that from again? Please tell me. Remind me.
Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's New
Man.
Groove here.
Oh, I haven't ever seen that one.
It's one of the more
How
forgettable
dare you.
ones.
Squeakity, squeak, squeakits.
I don't even know.
Yes, I was going to say, in the animated movie for FAE Productions, Gunther should totally be played by Patrick Warburton.
Squeak, squeakity, squeak,
Yeah.
squeakits.
Now,
Gunther can speak squirrel.
Have to add that onto your list of great accomplishments there, Gunther.
Well, I can speak to squirrels that have the bubonic plague.
That's a rare squirrel. You don't need to speak
That's
to
not
them.
a rare squirrel, man. Like
It's
33% of all
normally mice
squirrels
and-
have it. That's like a third of the squirrel nation.
I am totally looking at this week's article titles, and you were not kidding. There are some... How do I even choose? Let's see.
So the one about the crashing into each other, that actually happened down in Portland, if I'm not mistaken, in Rose City. Yeah.
Oh, man. Really? In Florida? It's Florida, man and woman?
No, they're in Oregon.
Oh,
It's
it
a
does
meat
say
cute.
Oregon. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
That's just that's down by Count Mulbert and Famous Dana.
Mysterious. Why is it mysterious? I actually made one of these ones. All right. I've got these pulled up for the articles today. I mean, let's see. Wow, I don't even know where to start, though. There's so many of them.
I say start with number one.
Number
Or number
one
two.
was walking. Oh my gosh, you guys be quiet. You are no.
Is Ion talking again? Is Ion?
Okay, so number one, here we go. Walking sharks that can leave the water, discovered in Indo-Australian archipelago.
Well, that was serious business.
Land
We have
shark.
hippopotamuses there.
The hippopotamus.
The hippopotamus.
Archipelago.
I could have sworn I just opened a whole bunch of these. Okay, or let's see. Okay, we'll go the first one and the last one. Man fleeing from cops in stolen car crashes on a woman driving in another stolen car. That's it. Those are the two articles. So if you want number one is for walking sharks, and number two is for the Oregon man in a stolen car crashes into Oregon woman in a different stolen car. Go ahead, enter your votes now. Count Morbid is lucky. I do not have a timer, so I'm just going to have to ask you guys to push the buttons. Number one is walking sharks. Number two is people in stolen cars crashing everywhere.
I thought you said walking sharks for a second.
Shark. I did. That is what I said.
Shark.
Shark.
Like sharks, like that swim in the ocean.
I thought you said.
No.
Oh God. Okay.
What word sounds like shark?
Shirt with a T.
Oh, shirt.
No, shark.
Walking
Oh my God.
shirts.
What's a shart?
S-H-A-R-T.
What is that? Is that a word?
Short? Yeah, that's when you
Yes,
fart.
it's-
When you
It's a
fart and almost
combination
in
of the
your
word
pants.
fart and
called a
something that
shart.
starts with S-H.
Shart.
No,
Nope.
shirt without the R, yes.
I don't even know what that word is.
It's when you fart and it gets a little wet.
What?
Or a lot of wet.
Oh my gosh, gross. That's just
Yeah,
This is
that's
why
why he
was
thought it
being
was weird.
subtle. I was trying to be subtle about it.
subtle.
Subtle.
You?
Okay, all of
Yes,
them
subtle.
subtle.
Subtle. Good God.
Something. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
the day you become subtle, Morbid.
No. Subtle.
The day you become that too, it'll be like an odd day.
You're an odd dude.
Wow. Thank you, Cobble, for
every day.
explaining that in the comments. Kind of. I actually wish I could unread that, to be perfectly honest. But Cobble did us the favor of writing out the definition of that word.
That way everyone can see.
Yes. In case anybody missed it. Okay, here we go. Walking sharks that can leave the water are discovered in Indo-Australian archipelago.
Archipelago.
Anagram.
Is that not how it's said? It's not said archipelago.
I don't know what it said like, but
I
it's
thought it was
scary.
arc.
Well, there are certain words that have different pronunciations depending on the region. I've heard it archipelago. I'm getting it slightly wrong, but it sounds.
Archipelago.
Lego my ego.
It's like
Pelago.
for example, I think in South Africa they say controversy instead of controversy.
It's a travesty.
All right, here we go. Before we just go on to this, because you know what?
You could just say on a series of islands.
You're a series of islands.
Here we go. It is
I am
pronounced
not. I am one big continent. Thank you very much.
archipelago.
Yeah.
Archipelago. Okay.
Archipelago.
That doesn't say archipelago. That says archipelago.
It says Lego my ego.
Any.
I can read that.
No, it doesn't say Lego. Yes. So on this Lego my ego. I think I'm going to try to replace that. Okay. Researchers have found 4 new amazing species of sharks which use their fins to walk across sea floors and reefs. The discovery was published earlier this year in a marine and freshwater research journal. The new shark species were observed in the shallow tropical waters of the Indo-Australian Lago Maiego, which is situated between mainland Indonesia and the northwest coast of Australia.
I'm very proud of you.
It's not just a Lego Maiego, it's an arc Lego Maiego.
Yeah.
Like an arch druid, yes.
It's a shark Lego Maiego.
I tell you what, if there's a shark involved,
Lego my shark.
Lego the Eggo. All right.
You get to argue with the shark Legoing the Eggo, I guess. So, brightly colored and approximately 1 meter in size, these are not the kind of sharks many people would associate with the name. And they are certainly very different in the way that they move. Although they can swim, they can also use their pectoral fins in the front and pelvic fins at the back to move along the seafloor. These sharks are also... What?
So can I. Oh.
Do you even lift, bro?
These sharks are also observed atop coral reefs outside the water during low tide. The scientists believe the newly found sharks are apex predators within their environment, shallow waters around reefs. Their ability to walk gives them an advantage when wriggling between rock pools in order to chase down prey, such as crabs, crayfish, and other small fish. At less than a meter, which is 3.2 feet long on average, walking sharks present no threat to people, but their ability to withstand low oxygen environments and walk on their fins gives them a remarkable edge over their prey of small crustaceans and mollusks, said Dr. Christine Dungeness Crab. The 4 new species brings to a total of 9 walking sharks that have been discovered. They are commonly known under the scientific name of epaulet sharks. According to Dr. Dudgeon, it is possible that there may be more species of walking sharks living in isolated patches in the region. Although they can swim, what's that bird? There's a bird that's like a pheasant. Although it can fly, it likes to walk everywhere. I don't get it. Data suggests the new species evolved after the sharks moved away from their original population.
Man, Dana's smart.
What?
I said Dana's smart.
Yes, I suggest a lot of things.
I want to see if this is a video. Can you guys see that?
No.
Is this a walking shark? That's a shark?
I don't
Oh gosh,
see anything.
it is. Look at it.
So just wait, man. I'll be going to 7-Eleven and a shark.
Dana is recreating the shark. Dana is the illustration.
Yes.
Wow.
Wally, we cannot see what you're seeing.
We cannot see what you're looking at.
I'm sorry. Okay. I will
Where'd Ion go?
Okay, hold on.
Shark.
Shark.
She got too excited.
Okay. Like you guys are just watching my face go, wow.
Yeah.
No, and we're screaming at you.
Actually, they're watching me go like this.
Yes, I was going to say, Dana was doing a dramatic recreation, reenactment. Sorry.
The walking shark reenactment.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know where Ion went. He got up and left his seat, it would appear.
I heard that you have to keep your eye on him or he does that.
Got to keep your eye on the leprechaun. Let's see. Baby shark, doo-doo-doo. Baby shark, doo-doo-doo.
Oh, by the way, sorry. I just remembered something from an hour ago or from the top of the show. Which was because you were talking about Gaston. And I was like, basically, I was trying to think of what the song would be like if you just replaced Gaston with Morbid. Except I'm not sure. There's not a lot that rhymes.
I could do it.
Yeah. No.
Trust me, by the end of the week, me and Ollie will have something written for you.
Okay. Uh-oh. I feel a filk coming on. Here we go.
You're
So
up.
this is the shark right here, and I'm gonna push play so you guys can see it walk because it's really quite cool. Just as soon as I find my way back to that screen, this is.
Find
we go.
my way back.
Okay, now watch it walk. It'll start walking. See, it gets real close on that reef like that.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Waiting. Watching.
here.
Yep.
I'll put it back at the beginning. I thought it was at the beginning. There. See? See how it's using its fins?
Yeah, your cats do that.
No human being could stack books like this.
Waka waka waka.
You know, with evolution being the way it is, it's just a matter of time before that sucker walks up on the beach and goes after people. I'm just saying.
Or until they can make the tornadoes go where they want.
Yeah, that's directional tornado stuff, and I'm not okay with that.
I think it's so pretty. I mean, I'm just saying. I thought that was a very pretty. I mean, I don't know what makes it a shark now because it didn't look like a shark exactly, but I guess maybe I just have a very limited idea of what sharks look like.
It looked like a shark.
It did?
It did.
Oh,
They don't all look like Jaws.
they don't?
No.
No. Jaws doesn't even look like Jaws.
It was beautiful and also but weird. Okay, so that is basically walking shark article. Something to fill. Hey, Sharknado could be a real thing here in the future.
It's on its way.
It's on its way. Okay.
Famous man is starting a betting pool on it as we speak.
Oh, that's not my genre.
Because Ion the Leprechaun has a strange fascination with flat Earth people, humans that believe. I don't even know why they would believe in something as imaginary as a flat Earth. I can't possibly imagine believing in imaginary things.
Huh?
I think this
Rodents
one
of unusual size? I don't think they exist.
exactly. No, so scientists have detected vast unidentified structures wrapped around the Earth's core, which I think is hilarious. Well, because I think that, and I don't know where he's at. So, but certainly, I think that one of the things he has said in the past is that flat Earth people don't believe that the Earth has a core, or they
Well, you
believe.
can't have a core if it's flat by definition.
Why can't you have one right in the center of the disc curve? I mean, a top spins. Yes, a top spins on a point. Can't that point be the core?
Well, it could be.
Do you even science, bro?
If
She
well,
doesn't,
if
no.
I did, would I be arguing a flat Earth? I'm just trying to say.
I don't think you waste your time.
Okay, so there's that one, and then there is, let's see. Oh, the unfortunate and dark story about the real Rapunzel. Okay,
Oh, no.
so if you want to hear about some weird thing possibly wrapped around the core of the Earth, then push number 1. And if you want to hear the unfortunate and dark story about the real Rapunzel, press number 2. Number 1 is for the core of the flat Earth, and number 2 is for the dark Rapunzel tale. It's not
Again,
even...
Rapunzel is definitely the social distancing self-quarantine champ.
I mean, up there in a tower, all by herself, I guess. So,
lets her weave out the window to get a guy. It's called fishing.
I don't even know which one of these I want to hear first. Wait, what'd you say?
It's called fishing.
I don't even get it.
The Lolly Kilrain story.
Shut up, get morbid. I don't know if I like you anymore. I'm gonna fire you.
Anymore.
I see one vote for the first article, which is the Earth's core article. It is wrapped unidentified structures wrapped around the Earth's core. I don't even know how that can be a thing.
That's why you should read the article, so you
Is it like
know.
a Dyson sphere?
I love the name of the website that it's from. The name of the website is Truth Theory. We are the new media. Like, it doesn't inspire confidence in the veracity of the articles that are probably posted here.
I mean, if you've read some of the articles that I find out there, if you read that website,
I've mentioned this before, that I always find it amazing that you're soliciting all these weird articles, and then halfway through reading about Bigfoot, you're like, I don't know if this is a reputable news source.
Just saying, Uber R.
I question their journalistic integrity.
All right, Cobble, since you're the only one who has put in a vote, we are going to read your choice of articles. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. So scientists have detected vast unidentified structures wrapped around the Earth's core.
Huh.
According to a recent paper published in Science,
Yeah. That's where I publish things.
I'm just saying I wanted to see what this possible paper was. Anyway, researchers have successfully used a machine learning algorithm to discover vast structures of dense material lying on the border of Earth's liquid outer core and the lower mantle. The algorithm was developed to analyze galaxies and the phenomena going on within our planet, and now it has found a mysterious zone 1,800 miles below us.
I will say this is absolutely something Ion should be around to comment on.
I don't know where he went. He just disappeared and he hasn't come back. So
I'm just saying he yeah.
I believe chemistry is involved with what he's going off to do.
You believe what?
I believe he went off to do some chemistry.
Oh, chemistry. Okay. So here we go. Of the two vast structures of dense material, one located under the Marquesas Islands was previously unknown, while the one under Hawaii has now been found to be much larger than previous estimates. A team of scientists work with the algorithm called Sequencer, led by a postdoctoral fellow at the University of Maryland and seismologist Doyoung Kim. I kind of like that name. They fed data from seismograms that were recorded during earthquakes between 1990 and 2018. With this special algorithm, the team analyzed 7,000 measurements of earthquakes occurring around the Pacific Ocean. While earthquakes are often studied as single identities or just grouped based on a local area, this is the first time that there is a data set covering the entire Pacific Basin. The seismic waves created by earthquakes on the surface travel deep inside the Earth. Studying them gives scientists a glimpse of the underworld. Kim's team focused on seismograms created by shear S-waves, which travel near the border of the lower portion of the mantle of the Earth's core. We normally like to use S-waves because they are larger in amplitude and the data is more or less clean because there is less P-wave traffic. But they didn't tell us.
I mean, I have problems with P waves too, so I understand.
You guys are such children sometimes. I don't even know. I'm just saying. So, okay. I skipped a couple of paragraphs because I wanted to see this picture. It's like, here's Hawaii, here's the Marquesas. There's the liquid iron core in the middle, hot, dense structure, and then I guess maybe these structures are unmolten
I mean,
rock.
if it's a structure, it's not going to be molten. I would
Well,
think.
no, but I mean, you know how when lava comes out of a volcano, it's of course molten, and then it pours forth and eventually cools, and it cools in whatever shapes. They're not specific shapes, but I guess you could call them volcanic structures, right?
Mhm.
So I wonder if that's what it is. This is very interesting because it might indicate that mega ulvs, mega ULVZs, are special
Mega-elves?
and mega ulvs may host primitive geochemical signatures that have been relatively unmixed since early Earth history. What is a geochemical signature? I have no idea.
Self-explanatory.
A geochemical. What?
He said it was
Means it's unique to that. It's a signature. It's unique.
I know what the word signature means. It's the geochemical part that I'm like. What is that in reference to? How would you define a geochemical? What does that
It's
entail?
a chemical from the earth.
Oh my god!
The sign. Okay, so
I mean, all the individual words mean a thing.
it's a noun. The geology and chemistry concerned with chemical composition of chemical reactions taking place within the Earth's crust.
Did you just look that up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the word means.
Uncle Google.
I'm just saying because I didn't think that string of words came out of Gunther's mouth all on his own, right? Like,
I don't know what those words meant.
Gunther is one of the greatest minds of our generation.
that coming out of Gunther's mouth like that would have been on par to the conversation with Timon and Pumbaa, where Pumbaa suddenly explains what stars are.
Giant
I
balls
could
of
do that.
gas.
You know,
Thousands of miles away.
I mean, where Pumbaa doesn't explain what stars are, but he sucks all of the magic and mystery out of life.
And he gets really big balls of gas.
That is not that. Okay.
I get gassy sometimes too.
I don't even know right now. I am moving on. I'm moving on to Rapunzel. I want to see what happens here with Rapunzel. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down thy long hair.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
She didn't start singing it, at least.
I don't know that there's a song. Is there? There's probably a song. I've never seen that.
There's always a song. Yeah.
Lay your head back on the ground. Let your hair fall all around you. No? I mean,
Why were you singing that?
because I was singing a song for letting hair down.
Because hair.
No.
You said there was always a song, and then that was the song. So in the Disney universe, there are countless characters we have adored during our childhood, one of which is the Disney princesses. But even though every story has a happy ending, behind some characters there is a horrible reality. Just like the story of a woman who was named to be the real Rapunzel. Can I click that? Nope. In the original folktale, Rapunzel suffers for weeks, forced to take part in lustful activities, captured in a tower where hardly any sunlight enters. Unexpectedly, the young woman finds love, but her brothers discover her and teach her a lesson. They hurt her lover in front of her. This is a terrible story. It's what it actually kind of sounds like? This is kind of like the story of a... there's a biblical story that's like this.
Samson and Delilah.
No, her name's
Naomi?
no, Doris. Is that the name of a biblical character?
Are you talking about Dory, the fish?
No, I am not talking about the fish story. Anywho, a similar situation occurred in France, telling the unfortunate story of Blanche Monnier, the young woman who was locked for 25 years by her own family. I mean, is this sort of like they make it sound terrible, but this is also the same approximate fate of Lady Bathory, of Madame Bathory. This is also what happened to her because she was a noble and they couldn't kill her. They just locked her in a tower for the rest of her life, which came to over 20 years, I think, and then somewhere she died. So in 1901, France, Blanche Monnier, a young upper-class woman, just like Madame Bathory, who, just like in the story written by the Grimm brothers in 1812, was locked up for 25 years in a completely dark room. How do you not go crazy? I mean, completely dark? That's terrible. Turning
Is
Mademoiselle.
there any implication that she was sane?
I mean, there's no
I mean,
implication.
how do blind people even get by?
Oh,
What?
I hope no one's watching this. If that,
Bad joke. Turning Mademoiselle Monnier into the real Rapunzel. At the age of 27, Blanche Monnier met a lawyer with whom she fell in love, but her overprotective mother forbade her to be with him and punished her by locking her in an empty. So when this happened when she was 27, man, that in those years, 27 was practically a spinster if you weren't married. So
Right.
let's see, locking her in an empty small room in the house for the next 25 years until she was basically 50 and 52. The ruthless family said Blanche was in a boarding school in the UK, and over the years, they said the girl had moved to Scotland. Wow, she's kind of pretty.
Where's her hair?
On top of her head. Look at that braid.
they're
Yeah.
what they mean by the real Rapunzel is somebody who was locked in forever, which we call, prisoners, generally speaking.
So 25 years have passed. Blanche is so weak she cannot stand up. She was very skinny and her hair is so long that it goes beyond her ankles. Blanche has lost her mind, and when her mother feeds her leftovers, she no longer refuses, nor does she protest. Yikes. Servants are accomplices of Monnier's widow, but the indiscretion of some begins to raise suspicions. Someone knows the whole truth, and in an act of humanity decides, 25 years later, takes them 25 years to decide that this is the humane thing to do, that in an act of humanity, I guess that's like humanity. It takes them 25 years to figure out that's the wrong thing to do, lock someone in a dark place for 25 years. Let's see. Decides to send an anonymous complaint to the public prosecutor. Monsieur Attorney General, I have the honor to inform you of an exceptionally serious occurrence. I speak of a spinster who is, there's that word, locked up in Madame Monnier's house, half-starved and living on a putrid litter for the last 25 years. In a word, in her own filth. The commissioner of Poitiers, immediately ordered 3 of his agents to visit the house at 21 Rue de la Visitation. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. I don't even, can I even believe that? There they found a young woman in inhumane conditions. I mean, is that supposed to be her right there? In laying there?
Maybe. It's kind of sad, man.
And how did they find a young woman? She would have been 52 years old by then. Louise Monnier was arrested after confessing, although the woman passed away 15 days after her incarceration from what authorities believed was her heart condition. Many assume she took drugs. Marcel Monnier, Blanche's brother, tried to defend himself by saying that his mother was in charge of this horrible act. Although Blanche managed to get out of those inhumane conditions, the woman presented serious psychiatric problems with I don't know what that word is, coprophiliac, and with a coprophiliac and exhibitionist behavior. I mean, that's weird. What does this word mean? I'm going to look it up. That was a hard word to even say. Coprophiliac. I'm afraid to look it up. I might not actually read this definition out loud. Stop doing this thing. Quit.
What thing is it doing?
Nothing. I got it. Ew. Ugh. Apparently, I'm not going to say it. If you want to know what coprophilia is, you just have to look it up for yourself. I'm not saying it out loud. After spending a few days in the Hotel in Poitiers, Blanche was transferred to another center in Blois, where she would spend the rest of her life. 12 years again within 4 walls, but at least now she would be treated properly and in the sunlight. Wow. That's horrible. Is that a picture of her? That's terrible. It's like you can't even tell what's going on with her eyes. They're crazy looking, like they're gouged out, but she's alive or something. Oh, ooh, that is a very dark story. Wow.
What was the headline again?
Something about a real Rapunzel. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what specifically was the headline?
Did it say dark in it? It said.
I
Oh,
think
it
it did. I think it said dark. So yes.
I'm pretty sure I put a warning in there. Just saying.
Let's see. No, there are no warnings. Yes, the only warning here is that you removed the old articles. It says, yes, the unfortunate and dark story about the real Rapunzel.
Unfortunate,
So
and dark
unfortunate
story.
and dark, right on the top of the tin.
Oh man, you guys are
Curious case of Benjamin Buttons over here.
Okay, let's see. So do we do Oregon man in a stolen car crashes into Oregon woman in a different stolen car? Or how about mysterious vampire slaying kit, including a pistol and a knife, which are up for auction? I mean, that sounds kind of cool, doesn't it? Why are you laughing?
I just think it's funny that those are two very different ends of the spectrum.
Well, I suppose they are. That's true. Oh, I see Ion has returned. All right. Oh.
I see.
Yes. Number 2 for Vampire Slayer Kit and number 1 for Oregon people drive cars into each other.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I just want to hear what they're doing down here near me so that I could be, forewarned.
Yeah, that one's really messed up.
They're driving cars.
Apparently they are. Isn't it weird?
I see
Cars.
one vote for 1 and 1 vote for 2. So it is, the first article is Oregon people don't know how to drive and drive their stolen cars into each other. That is my brief synopsis of the title of the article. And number 2 is the vampire slaying kit that is up for auction.
And the rest of the country doesn't think we know how to use gasoline either. Jeez.
Well, I think you guys don't know how to use the 1 and 2 buttons.
Ow.
Oh,
You don't know about the 3. You don't know about the she sells.
She sells seashells down by the seashore.
we're talking about Susie.
Yeah.
Okay, vote. You guys better vote. Go vote.
We talking
Oh,
about
now
Susie's
you want me to
mom.
vote.
Sort of, I guess. What in the heck?
Usually it's like, oh, my parents put voting too early.
You know you're not muted, right?
Well, I mean, sometimes when I'm when I'm
Sometimes when we touch, the feeling is just too much.
So he's not allowed to do karaoke, right?
Earl had to die.
Oh, great. So now we have 2 votes for 2 and 1 vote for 1. Great. Well, we're going with the vampire stabby kit first, and then we're going with Oregon people driving. Yeah, there's 4 votes. I'm looking at them right now. And
You
there's
said there was 1 for 1, and there's 3 for 1.
you and Newton voted for 1, and Dennis and Count Morbid voted for number 2.
Oh.
So I'm just going to read them both. We're going to start with the vampire stabby slaying kit first.
Sounds very Canadian.
You're
Oh,
Canadian.
yes, that's right. That's what the Canadians do. Nicest people on the earth.
They're very sorry about it.
Yes.
I'm going to stab you in the heart, eh?
Sorry, I had to open your boots and stab you, but I had to do it.
Yeah, that's where hockey comes from, you know?
Man, it sure is cool looking.
Vampire hockey?
That would be terrifying.
Indeed.
The vampire slaying kit containing a pocket-sized pistol and a 19th century copy of the New Testament is going under the hammer. The Gothic-looking container, worth between 2,000 and 3,000 pounds, also comes packed with pliers, rosary, and a bottle of shark's teeth. Also,
Well, I don't want to know why that's in there, or if they actually had to go get the walking sharks to get the teeth.
Honestly, I'm going to guess that the shark teeth are meant to represent previous vampire kills, like trophies.
oh, I did not. That is not where my mind went on that. I mean,
That's where mine went. That's what I was thinking too.
I mean, probably your guys's guess is probably. I don't know. They seem simpler than what my guess was, and therefore they're probably more likely correct. So also inside the metal bound.
Occam's chart.
Yeah. Yes. Also inside the metal bound box is an ivory robed wolf carrying rosary beads, as well as a blue vial with mysterious contents and a silver bladed pocket knife.
I bet you it's wish fluid.
Oh, I have a replica like this. It's really cute. Where is that thing? I know where it's at. So I guess here's the shark teeth right here. I want to see what this mysterious vial of blue stuff is.
I'm telling you, it's wishing potion.
Wishing potion. Inside the lid is an oval enamel painting that depicts the resurrection of Jesus Christ. There's no record of the box's
Spoiler.
origin, spoiler, but the 1842 copy of the New Testament within does bear the inscription of an Isabella Swarbrick. The current owner from West Midland.
That is a great name for either a vampire or vampire hunter.
Swarbrick? Isabella Swarbrick? It is, actually. I kind of agree with you.
It sounds like she wrote a book about it or something.
The current owner from the West Midlands, who wishes to remain anonymous, said that they do not know very much about its history. I've had it in my own collection for 3 years now, they said. I bought it from a large antiques fair in Newark-on-Trent. I loved the look of the Gothic box, and when I opened it, I just had to have it. I thought it was so interesting, a great conversation piece. So this is the weird werewolf carrying...
Until the vampires showed up. Yeah.
Look, I just explained that. A robed wolf, crucifix, and a picture of the resurrection of Christ are among the items in the box. So Charles...
Okay, by the way, when you read that, I did not hear the commas. I thought it was a robe. I heard like robed wolf crucifixion or something, like it was one thing.
You heard a robed wolf crucifix and a picture of the resurrection.
Yes.
It's to remind him what he's fighting on.
The wolf is hanging on the crucifix, and
Punctuation matters.
Whatever. They should get rid of the Oxford comma.
Okay.
It's useless.
You want to get rid of the Oxford comma?
You're an Oxford comma.
Your face is an Oxford comma.
Werewolf Jesus died for your sins.
Okay. Back to the article. Charles Hanson, owner of the Derbyshire-based Hanson's Auctioneers, the firm selling the box, said, People are fascinated by stories of vampires, hence their continued appearance in films and TV. What a shocker! They have been part of popular culture for more than 200 years. The publication of John Polidori's The Vampire in 1819 had a major impact, and that was followed by Bram Stoker's 1897 classic Dracula. He added, however, a belief in vampires and strange superstitions goes back even further and persists to this day. The task of killing a vampire was extremely serious, and historical accounts suggested the need for particular methods and tools. Items of religious significance, such as crucifixes and Bibles, were said to repel these monsters, hence their strong presence in the kit we have found. The thing is cool looking at, man.
It looks like a Catholic priest's lunchbox.
It kind of does. Let's see. The box will be sold online on the 16th of July, that's tomorrow, as part of a 5-day-long antiques and collectors auction. But I guess you have to go to Hanson's Auctioneers. I kind of want to go and just keep an eye on it and see how much it actually goes for by the end of the time. Of course, I don't know. It said it was part of a 5. Well, I don't. What?
You just want to see if someone named Vlad buys it or something like that.
That would be kind of hilarious, to be perfectly honest. Okay. One last article, and then it will be the fooding time.
The fooding time.
Yes. And we're going to do the Oregon people can't drive article. I want to end on a funny note.
Well, and also, of course, this is one of the classic
the Hunger Games
myths and legend stories that we feature on this show. Mythological creatures like Oregonians.
Well, Oregonians and their mythological driving skills, maybe.
Ouch.
Okay, here we go. Randy Lee Cooper and Kristen Nicole Beggu? Don't know. And this is how a romantic comedy is born. An Oregon man inadvertently helped police find another thief when he crashed a stolen car into another stolen vehicle over the weekend, authorities said. The unlikely coincidence happened Sunday morning in the city of Newburgh, about 20 miles southwest of Portland. Police said they were chasing a man who had just stolen a Toyota Land Cruiser when the driver, identified as 27-year-old Randy Cooper, crashed into an occupied Buick Regal. Officers took him into custody and learned the sedan had also been reported stolen. The driver, 25-year-old Kristen Beggu, apparently stole the vehicle in a completely unrelated incident about 3 weeks earlier. The Newburgh Dundee police said in a news release. The woman, who also failed a sobriety test, was arrested. Was arrested and charged with driving under the influence of intoxicants and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Cooper was charged with reckless driving, attempting to elude the police, third-degree assault, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and other crimes. Holy smokes! I mean, it shouldn't be a competition for how many things can you do wrong all in one fell swoop.
It is when you're being trained by Florida men.
Well, that was a short article. Maybe I can do one more. What else?
It's a touching love story that puts them in matching outfits.
Yeah, couples outfits.
I don't know. Then next thing you know, we're going to have another Bonnie and Clyde or something crazy. Let's see. Well, we did the mysterious vampire slaying kit. Let's see.
What is an unmysterious vampire kit?
Oh.
I think that's when it's labeled on the outside, vampire slaying kit.
Yeah.
Maybe when
Somebody
it's a
used a
cartoon.
label gun.
Yes.
They labeled and did a chalk outline of everything. There's like 3x5 notary cards.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Oh,
But
hey.
again, it was a terrible idea to do the sign stories when Ian was not.
Were you
allowed.
gonna do the update for Cornucopia too?
No.
Okay.
I'm wondering about this the article for the woman who was ramming her head into the door from last week. Is this an update on that, or is this just a written version of that article?
That is telling you what actually happened in the video that you and I saw.
Oh, okay. I'll read that because we did watch that video and we're just thought that was crazy. So
It was crazy.
Gunther, the geochemical signature. Oh my gosh.
What?
Man. You guys, you're being hard on me. You're being hard on me tonight. You guys are all being rough.
I must have had a memory lapse about some article about a woman running her head into something.
No, it was something.
Did
that
you
me
run
and
your head
Jack
into
just
something?
only saw.
I
It was
guess I
something-
did.
I don't remember where we saw it, but it was like a woman, and she was just running headlong, like her head into a door of a business that wouldn't let her in because she wasn't wearing a mask. So she just backed up and she ran at it and just like slammed her head into the door over
I think
and
I was
over.
on a few viral videos.
I don't know. I don't know where I saw it. It was just
It wasn't
shocking.
here.
Oh, well, wherever it was just so shocking, and it was kind of hilarious.
Okay,
but
so read the
also
article because
crazy.
the video is in it.
Okay, I'm reading the article. Just give me like 2 seconds. I gotta get it on the screen. Man,
Do it now.
I'm doing it now. Okay, all over the world, people have been wearing masks to help stop the spread of the coronavirus. But in the United States, masks have become an extremely controversial topic. Large numbers of people are refusing to wear masks for a variety of different reasons. Some people think that the masks are dangerous, while others think that they are not effective, and there is a general mistrust of media and politicians, which makes people even more defiant about the orders. In some parts of the country, residents are not allowed to enter local businesses without wearing masks, and many of them end up having loud outbursts when they are confronted by store employees about the policy. These outbursts have resulted in numerous viral videos, most of which feature angry middle-aged white women who won't take no for an answer. In the most recent viral video of this nature, was recorded in Houma, Louisiana, where a woman began acting like a zombie after she was locked out of a local bar and told that she could not enter without wearing a mask. Instead of accepting the policy and walking further down the street, the woman's behavior became extremely erratic. She began slamming herself up against the door and then later got a running start and rushed towards the door at full force. She did not have any luck at breaking the glass door and at one point began licking the glass as she was being taunted and recorded by patrons inside. The
Wow.
She didn't even care. Like, she did not even care.
The woman was relentless and continued to smash herself against the door until she collapsed in front of the business with blood all over her head, making it impossible for any patrons or employees to leave. Eventually, paramedics were called and they arrived with police who arrested the woman, who appeared to be on drugs or under the influence of some type of mental disorder.
Yeah, that's the video right there.
Okay, tell me if you can see it. I'm going to try to push play. This.
Then she starts licking the glass.
What is happening right here?
This is what we call a train wreck.
Update.
Well-
Glass liquor gets coronavirus. I mean, what? Just saying. Wow. I wish I kind of wish that article did have some sort of an update though, so so that we knew maybe.
Yours is in the car. Mine's the Land Dragon too, but I was just going to be a gangster.
I don't have one within reach, and
I was going to say gangster troll sounds pretty awesome.
It is. Yeah.
By the way,
I have to breathe heavily or something.
oh yeah, no, I was going to say Dana is definitely wearing a mask that represents breathing problems.
I'm just saying, there is a professional wrestler named Kane. He entered into the to WrestleMania or into the Royal Rumble match at number 20 or at number 10 or something. Eliminated 11 guys. Was in the match for over an hour and had a bloody mask on the entire time.
Okay, so Ion the Leprechaun is obsessed with flat earthers, and Gunther is obsessed with wrestling.
So
I'm just saying.
You know.
By the way, I almost bought a new mask today because it was the lower half of or basically it was a skull, which I probably should have bought.
I saw one it was a mask of a creepy clown mask on the bottom. So
no, that's just Ion.
He's not a creepy clown. What are you talking about? Oh, Gunther.
I pick on Gunther too much. That's why I said Ion.
So Ivy also made me a really cool mask too, which has the Ulfgard symbol on one side, and it was really awesome.
Speaking of which, I need my heraldry finished.
Okay, you gotta pick colors. I'll finish it.
I know. I'm having trouble picking colors. Maybe I should work on that tonight.
Or what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put a bunch of color names into a hat and make you pull.
No, will not. No, will not. Will not. Okay.
You mean like that famous story about how Canada got its name? They were pulling out tiles from a bag. CANADA.
Some kind of a joke or a story that's
that was actually a really funny joke, actually.
I know that's not how Canada actually got its name, but
well, of course not. They actually pulled out the Z card instead.
Okay.
Just like I said earlier, they did invent hockey.
Did they? But did they?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, because I thought that hurling was kind of a thing in Ireland and Scotland and whatnot. And
the guy that invented basketball is also Canadian.
Yes, but isn't hockey basically just hurling only on ice? Hurling on ice, hockey.
What?
Isn't that what hurling is? It's where you have a ball and a stick and you move the.
Wait.
No, hurling is something you do when you have too much to drink.
You're thinking of what?
I was thinking of curling. I was thinking of the thing you do on ice with the big stone, like.
I was thinking of vodka.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. No, a hurley ball is a thing. There's a thing called hurling, and a hurley ball is a thing. I know it is.
Hurling is in fact a sport in Ireland. It is involving a stick and hitting a ball as you move along. But field hockey came before ice hockey.
I think that hurling is where the Scottish got really drunk and made golf from.
Yeah. that's how golf was invented, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so it is 9:22, and that means it is near on fooding time here. So we are going to bid all of you adieu. If you would like to support our efforts at Dreamhaven, you can do that, of course, by going to the Gilded Quill, and I will put that little thing right there for you guys, and purchasing one of our Plague Doctor fairy blossom pins for this year, since no fairy blossom. So that is our link there that is on the screen for you guys. And congratulations again to Christina for winning. Please hit the like and subscribe button.
Yep, like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe. and then it is happy birthday to Gunther. So technically it's on Saturday.
Still?
And we're going to go. Yes, he is. He's big, so he has a big birthday. Takes up several days. One troll day is like 3 regular days.
Yeah, it's called Gunther Fest. You should
Gunther
come in.
Fest.
Gunther Fest.
Oh man. So yes.
Usually it happens during
By the way,
Canterbury. but not this
Gunther
year,
Fest
apparently.
reminds me of Lobster Fest at like Red Lobster, like when you have Crab Fest.
I mean, if you want to bring the lobsters, it could be like that.
I'm not sure that Gunther Fest should remind you of Crab Fest. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does
Gunther served 5 ways and with butter. Yeah.
wow.
I don't want to know why I'm reminding him of crabs.
That's
You
what.
know why.
Miss Dana's over there going, that's exactly what I would like to know. Why?
Oh, you guys. I got nothing here. Whew,
So,
okay.
since he's a bigger, troll, does he have bigger?
No. And on that note, everybody, we will see you back here on Sunday for Handmade Home Shopping. Thank you, everybody, and
Maybe.
good night.
Something embarrassing. Something embarrassing.
Like and subscribe.
Yes.
Don't lick windows.